Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study chapter 13, that is sound. We can see here so many examples of musical instruments which has different sounds. We can see the harmonium, the tabla, guitar, the drum, sitar, flute, so on. So there are so many musical instruments and each one of them have a different notes of sound. So, here, sound plays a very important role in our daily lives. It helps us to communicate with each other. We hear a wide variety of sound in our surroundings. So, you might have seen when you are at home, you can listen to so many sounds in your home. The voice of the TV, the cooking in the kitchen, the whistlings of the cooker, pressure cooker, and you can hear the vehicles around the house nearby. You can hear to the people talking in your house. So there are so many different sounds when you are in your surrounding. It can be your classroom also. So sound is produced by a vibrating body. So vibration is the to and fro and back and forth movement. Okay, so suppose vibration, it the body has to be vibrating, then only the sound is generated through that body. And you can see in the examples a strike. If you strike a bell, it vibrates and then produce the sound. Also, when the rubber band is plucked, then it is going to vibrate and make a particular sound. So also the drum, when the stretched membrane vibrates on the drum, it is going to produce the sound. And the air column in the bulge is going to create the vibrations and produce the sound. Okay, so this is how the sounds is produced by the vibrating body. Then we can see there are so many different examples they are given here. The veena, the sitar, they are having the stretched string that can be plucked and it can vibrate to produce the sound. The tabla, the mridangam, they have the stretched membrane. So the shehnai, the flute, they are having the air column wherein there is the vibrations and it creates the particular sound. They have given still more examples over here, that the bell, the manjira, the ghanta, okay, and jaltarang. They have given examples to show that sounds are produced when they are beaten or struck. Then how is sound produced by humans? So we know that there is a windpipe in our throat. Near the windpipe there is a voice box. Okay, so voice box is also called as larynx. So this voice box has the vocal cords, which when air pushes inside the mouth, that time there are vibrations in the vocal cord, and then we can uh, be able to produce the sound. So when we are opening the mouth for talking, air pushes inside out. Okay, so because of this air, the vibrations are created in the vocal cord, and you can produce the various sounds and you can talk. So this is how the sounds is generated in the human. You can see the diagram is given there. You can see area above the voice vocal cord or voice box, and area containing the voice box, okay, beneath the voice box. So the blue color that is there, that is the Adam's apple they have shown, that is nothing but the it is the area nearby the containing the voice box. Okay, so sound requires a medium to propagate. Yes, so if you are going to be in a empty room without any air or without any medium, and if you talk, then the sound cannot be generated, or even if the sound is generated, you cannot hear, because the sound requires the medium to be heard. Okay, so it requires a medium to be traveled. So what are the medium where the sound can propagate or travel? It is through solid, liquid and gases. Sound cannot travel in the vacuum. So in the vacuum where there it is empty, it doesn't have any medium, it doesn't have air, it doesn't have any surrounding medium, then such empty space without any medium will be called as vacuum. So in this vacuum, sound cannot be heard. Sound travels through a solid thread of a can telephone. You can see that the girls are using this can telephone. You can use a matchbox also, or a can. So it can be any cans. So you tie the string to the can and you talk in the can. So sound vibrations can be passed through the can to the thread and then can be heard by the girl standing opposite. Okay, so she can hear the voice coming from the can through the thread. So this is how the vibrations are taken through the solid medium. Then a whale can listen the sound in the water and and can locate its prey. So this is how the sound can be carried in the water mediums or the liquid medium, and through the echo the whale listens to the sounds and it can locate its prey. Also, we are able to listen to sounds which travel in the air. So whatever is there in a surrounding, and when we are able to listen to the different sounds, this is because of the air present nearby us. So we are able to hear the sounds traveling in the air. So how we hear the sound through, yeah, through our ears? You can see here the diagram is given. Actually this is so extra knowledge for you. So you can see the outer ear is there, then the eardrum is there, and the middle ear is there after the eardrum, and late inside we have the inner ear. So from out, the air vibrations carrying the sound waves get inside the ear through the outer ear and travel towards the eardrum. So when it travels near the eardrum, it vibrates on the eardrum. It bangs the vibration bang on the eardrum, and further these waves are generated. The vibrations on the eardrums are generated, which carry inside the middle ear and the inner ear, and then it is going to get connected with the brain. So the brain will analyze what sound it is, and it will further uh, uh, create the analysis, and we will understand what type of sound is coming through the uh, air medium. Okay, so this is how the mechanism works of hearing. So let us see about the amplitude or the vibrations, how it is created. You can see the diagram there. The O is the original position. When there is a vibration, the body moves from the original position, that is to from O to A, and then again moves to the opposite direction to B. So this is how it goes up, moves forward and backward, to and fro direction, and creates the vibration. So this is also called as oscillatory motion, or this motion of the pendulum from one extreme position to the other extreme position and back is called as an oscillation. So A to B and back to A, this is one oscillation. So the time taken for the oscillation will be called as time period, and the number of oscillations per second will be the frequency of oscillation, which is measured in the unit hertz. Okay, so this is how the vibrations are created. Then you can see, so there are some kind of audible and inaudible sound. The audible sounds are in the range of the frequency 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So only in between these frequency we are able to hear. So this is called as the audible sound. And inaudible sound is below 20 hertz of frequency, where we cannot hear any sound, and above 20,000 hertz of frequency, even then we cannot hear any sound. So this is inaudible sound. Now, this inaudible sounds can be heard by certain animals, like it can be heard by dogs. If the sound is of the frequency more than 20,000 hertz, then it is the ultrasonic sound and it can be heard by the dogs. So that is a good example of ultrasonic sound that can be heard from by dog. And a bat produces a sound which cannot be heard by us, so even the bat is going to produce the ultrasonic sound or ultrasonic vibrations which we cannot hear. So let us see about what is noise and the musical sound. So when there is too much of sounds coming together, then it is unpleasant sound, we cannot hear to a particular sound. Then this type of unpleasant sounds will be called as noise. It is produced by irregular vibrations, a particular sound we cannot hear, and all this will mix to become the irregular vibrations. Okay, then this will be called as the noise. So if all the students in the classroom speak together and when they are loud, then all of them, it produces irregular vibrations, and the particular sound of the boy cannot be heard. Okay, so this is how the noise is produced. Also, sound produced by horns on the buses and the trucks, also you can hear the noise nearby the railway stations and the bus stand. So there is not a particular sound which you can get properly. There is so much of mixture of various sounds, and it will be the noise. So musical sound is when it is pleasing to the ear, it pleases you, and you feel pleasant when the sound note is coming. So this type of sound is called as the musical sound. It is having the regular vibration, same kind of vibrations it is, so you can hear it properly, and it is called as the musical sound. It is produced by musical instruments or a person singing a song. Then let us see what is the causes of noise pollution. So noise pollution is caused by vehicles, then explosions, then bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers, and so on. So what is the harmful effect of this? It can cause various serious problems. There can be lack of sleep, hypertension, high blood pressure, anxiety. Even a person exposed to the loud sound can be temporary or permanently uh, failing to hear. So he can it can harm his eardrum, and there can be a failure of hearing. So it can cause to deafness also. And how to limit the noise pollution? Then we can use the silencers in the vehicle which will produce less sounds. Then we can use soundproof rooms, and we can do soundproofing to the industrial machines. And also whenever we are listening to the TV, or listening to the uh, tape recorders, then we can limit the sound to us. There is no need, or it is unnecessary to increase the volume, uh, to produce less sound. Okay, so these are all the measures where we can limit the noise pollution. Then planting also helps. Planting the trees helps to reduce the noise, because noise or sound is being absorbed by the plants, and which can reduce the uh, s- various noise pollution. So this is something, again, a revision for you. So sound, how it is generated: vibrations that travel through air or another medium can be heard. When they reach a person or animal, then it is called as the sound. Then we know the production of sound, it is through the vibrating body, and the to and fourth motion of an object is called as the vibration. And when the vibration will stop, the sound will also stop. So we have seen this, what all the musical instruments are there, where the vibrations are created and the sound is produced. We have also seen the ear, where the sound waves travel inside the outer ear, then it bangs on the eardrum, then the eardrum vibrates, and these vibrations are carried forward to the middle ear and the inner ear, and through it goes to the brain by the nerves, okay, which carry to the brain, and then the brain analyzes the sound. Then we have seen this also about the noise. So various unpleasant sounds is called as noise, and musical sound is the pleasant sound which have the regular vibrations. Then these are all the causes of noise pollution. So we have seen the effects of noise pollution. There can be deafness, there can be permanent loss of hearing, and it can cause harmful effects on psychology and psychological health of the human beings. Also, it can lead to high stress levels, aggression, and hypertension. So solution is using the soundproof rooms, having good silencers to the vehicles and the industrial machines, and we can plant trees so it can absorb the uh, sounds coming from all. Then so this is all the solutions of the noise pollution. So soundproof doors and windows can be installed to block unwanted noise from outside. Regulation should be imposed to restrict the usage of play loudspeakers in crowded areas and public areas. Factories and industries should be located far from the residential area. Similar to the automobiles, lubrication of the machinery and servicing should be done to minimize this noise generation. So these are various solutions to the noise pollution, and I hope you all have understood the lesson properly. Go through the lesson, read the textbook, and already the question and answers is given to you, so you can start learning the question and answers. Thank you, students.